Hi, everyone, and welcome to Studio Classroom on the Air. My name is Andrea, and today is a great day to learn something new.
That's right. So let's do that together, friends. I'm so happy that you've joined us today. My name is Gabe.
Now, we've been talking about beautiful places in our lesson. You could say a picturesque place, a place that has natural beauty. Now, Gabe, can you tell us one of the most picturesque places that you've ever seen or visited?
Sure can, Andrea. I know I've shared a lot about my honeymoon over the last couple of months, but some of the places we went there were just really pretty and beautiful and picturesque, you know. One place that comes to mind is, I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, one of our German friends, mutual friends, always laughs at my pronunciation. Berchtesgaden.
Oh.
Is that okay?
I like that. You did a good job, Gabe.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Have you been there before?
I haven't, so tell us about it.
Oh my God, you've heard of it before,
I have.
right? Mm-hmm. Oh man, yeah, in southern Germany, actually not too far away from that Neuschwanstein Castle, is this beautiful place named Berchtesgaden. And, you know, we went there in the winter and it was just gorgeous to see the snow-capped mountains and, you know, to walk through the valleys and you know, around frozen lakes and things like that. It was just amazing and picturesque. Okay, Andrea, what about you?
Well, I'm going to say a place that's actually close to where I grew up in Canada. It's on the Great Lakes. Off of Lake Huron is a place called Georgian Bay. And it is absolutely beautiful. The water is crystal clear and refreshing, and I love swimming in this bay. And there's very beautiful, long, flat rocks. So it's not an area with sandy beaches, but these beautiful, long, flat rocks and then unique trees growing all around. For me, it's just the most beautiful place.
Georgian Bay.
Georgian Bay.
On one of the Great Lakes.
Yes, in the province of Ontario.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to put that on my list, Andrea, of picturesque places. Well, friends, today we're learning about Bill and Amy and their conversation, and our lesson's called Show and Tell, and they're at a pretty picturesque place as well in Colorado. Let's continue learning about and through their conversation right now.
Show and tell.
Bill, come and stand by me in front of the waterfall so we can take a selfie.
All right, satisfied? Now, let's take a break and eat our lunch.
Here's a good spot. Now, tell me why you don't want me to post these pictures on social media. People should know about beautiful places like this.
I just read an article about how places like this are being ruined. Apparently, it's all because of social media. People use geotags to show exactly where they've been, and then others go there too, and not everyone is careful.
What do you mean?
Hi everyone, welcome to Language Lab. I'm Jack. 先来看 satisfy 这个动词，意思是满足。例如 The tall glass of lemonade satisfied Maya's thirst when she returned from her long walk. 在长途跋涉之后 Maya 喝了那个大杯的柠檬水解渴。另外 satisfy 的过去分词 satisfied 是当形容词用，譬如Josie was not satisfied with Molly's answer when she asked what had happened to the book Molly had borrowed. Josie 问 Molly 她借走的那本书现在下落如何时，她对 Molly 的回答很不满意。Satisfy 的形容词是 satisfactory， 意思是令人满意的。例如 Generally speaking, Amy's health is pretty satisfactory.Although she has headaches now and then. 大致来说 Amy 的身体状况相当令人满意，虽然她偶尔会头痛。接着再来看 apparently 这个副词，意思是显然的、明显的。譬如 Apparently, Maria was wrong about the time of the concert. 显然的 Maria 搞错音乐会的时间了。或者是 Sam apparently goes for a long walk at this time most days of the week. 看起来 Sam 几乎这一周每天都在这个时候出去长途散步。Apparently 也有表面上看起来的意思。譬如 Jessica may be apparently nice and friendly, yet you can never be sure about her true feelings. Jessica 或许表面上看来人很好，很友善，但是你很难知道她内心真正的感受。Okay, let's get back to our teachers.
Thank you so much, Jack. We are satisfied with that teaching segment. Well, our article continues, or our conversation continues with Amy talking. She says, Bill, come and stand by me in front of the waterfall so we can take a selfie.
So darling, stand by me. And that's all we can sing.
Oh, that's true.
For copyright reasons. Yeah.
No, but it is a beautiful phrase, stand by me. Now,
Yeah.
of course, in the song, it's more like, stand by me. I will be your support. I'll be your strength, right?
That's right. It's about being together and supporting each other in a relationship. And it's a kind of way to encourage somebody else that you're going to be there. Stand by me.
Well, we don't know if Amy and Bill are in a relationship, but here it's more of the literal meaning, right? She says, Bill, stand by me. So come beside me because she wants to take a selfie or a picture of both of them.
Exactly. That's a great time where you could use that phrase, stand by me, or come stand over here, okay? Let's take a selfie. Bill says, all right, satisfied. Now let's take a break and eat our lunch.
Okay. Well, Amy says here's a good spot. She found a good place for them to stop and have lunch. Now, tell me why you don't want me to post these pictures on social media. People should know about beautiful places like this.
Okay, on the surface, that sounds like a pretty good idea, right? If you find a good place, then you should tell other people about it. If you found something good, then you want to spread the news, right? Well, Bill says, I just read an article about how places like this are being ruined. Apparently, it's all because of social media.
Ah, so there is a negative side to that, right? Places are being ruined. Well, Bill continues, people use geotags to show exactly where they've been, and then others go there too. And not everyone is careful.
That's right. Sometimes people will trample the flowers in the field or something like that. Not everyone is careful. Now, here is a little picture of a famous waterfall in Colorado called the Hanging Lake Waterfall. I'm not exactly sure if this is where Bill and Amy went from our conversation today. However, speaking of waterfalls, you know, Andrea, there is a guy here who likes to post about waterfalls he visits all over the country.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and he's written several blog posts about this. And the problem is exactly what the problem is in our lesson, because a lot of people have gone to these places now and they've left their litter and they've kind of left the place in ruin, or these places in ruins.
Oh, that is very sad when such a beautiful place, you know, is kind of destroyed by people visiting it.
Exactly. Maybe destroyed, or maybe not a lot of people knew about it before. Like there's a waterfall that we've been to before in Nehu, and actually because of this guy's blogs, like a lot of people are going there now and kind of destroying the place. And so, yeah, you do want to be careful, friends, about what you're posting online. I kind of agree with Bill from our conversation here today. But we do have more to learn from their conversation. However, right now it's time for us to learn something new in today's Info Cloud.
Hello friends, welcome to InfoCloud. Today I would like to talk about the term public display. Although this term means the showing of something in public for anyone to see, it can be used to mean a lot of different things.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind for me is public display of affection, which usually implies the showing of very intimate action in public, such as kissing and hugging between lovers.
Public display of affection, also known as PDA, can make people uncomfortable, since a lot of those things are usually done in private.
Another kind of public display that I can think of is public display of emotion. This usually means a showing of strong emotions such as grief and anger.
There can also be a public display of faith, which is a display of your religion in public through activities such as worshiping or praying.
In general, public display can be used to mean a showing of anything in public. And what we've shared with you today are some of the most common forms of that.
今天跟大家分享的用语是 public display， 公开展示。虽然听起来好像很普通，但是 public display 可以用来代表很多不同的意义，像是最常听到的 public display of affection， 也就是公开晒恩爱的行为。更进一步的解释就是公开进行接吻、拥抱等等的亲密行为，简称 PDA。这样的行为虽然甜蜜，但是却会令身旁的人不舒服啊，因为是属于比较私密的行为。另外还可以有 public display of emotion， 公开展示个人的情绪，通常是指比较强烈的情感，例如悲伤或是愤怒。最后还可以有 public display of faith， 公开展示个人的宗教信仰。这通常是透过祈祷、崇拜等宗教行为来进行。这就是今天的 InfoCloud， 我们下次不断见。
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, Gabe, can
Yes.
you fill in the blank?
I hope so.
Places like the waterfall are being ruined because
Of social media.
you got it. Now let's continue with our conversation. Ruined. Boom, chicka, boom.
Show and tell.
We didn't wander into the fields of flowers, right? We pretty much stayed on the path up here, even though it was hard to follow.
Of course.
Not everyone does. And they're leaving a lot of litter behind also. I read about a place on the West Coast that was overrun by people. Everyone wanted to get in on taking pictures of themselves in the fields of flowers. The area was almost destroyed.
I didn't consider that. Maybe I won't post many pictures. And I certainly won't share the exact location.
That would be a good idea, I think.
Hảo, 再来看 litter 这个名词，意思是废弃物或是小块的垃圾。譬如 Every spring, when the snow melts, there is a lot of litter along the streets and highways. 每年春天，当雪融化的时候，街道和高速公路两旁都有很多任意丢弃的垃圾。或者是 I don't like to go to the park near my house because the ground is often covered in litter. 我不喜欢去我家附近的公园，因为常常地上到处都是随手乱丢的垃圾。Litter 也可以做动词，意思是乱丢垃圾。譬如 If you litter, you will be fined by the city. 你乱丢垃圾的话，会被市政府罚款。最后来看 destroy 这个动词，意思是摧毁或是破坏。譬如The shoe factory on the west side of town was destroyed by a fire last night. 在镇上西边的制鞋工厂昨天晚上被大火烧毁了。或者是 The brothers destroyed the lions in last night's baseball game. 昨晚的棒球比赛，兄弟队击败了狮子队。最后再来看一个例句。Bob's hopes of going to a good university were destroyed when it was discovered that he had cheated on the college entrance exam. Bob 希望能上好的大学，但是当他被发现在大学入学考试里作弊的时候，这个期望就毁了。Okay, let's get back to our teachers.
Thank you so much, Jack. Well, let's jump down to Bill's second line here. He says that not everyone does. That means not everybody stays on the path. They're leaving a lot of litter behind also. And he says that he read about a place on the West Coast that was overrun by people because everyone wanted to get in on taking pictures of themselves in fields of flowers.
Well, we want to take a look at that phrase, to get in on something, because these people are getting in on the action, right? What does that phrase mean, to get in on something?
Well, when you get in on something, you become part of it. You usually want to get in on things that are exciting or that a lot of people are talking about.
Exactly. So maybe if there's a place like this that a lot of people are posting about on social media, you want to go as well. You want to get in on the action or get in on the excitement. Well, one of the problems was that it was overrun by people. And actually, Andrea, to bring up that waterfall again that I was talking about earlier, that's the precise problem that one of the locals who goes to this waterfall was talking about.
Oh.
Now everyone knows about it. It's kind of a small space, and there's not a lot of room for a lot of people. And so he was afraid that it was becoming overrun with people.
Oh, see, yeah, that's sad. So we definitely learned a lot of good things from this conversation. Think good things that you can think about when you visit a place. It can be beautiful, but do we really have to share all the details?
Exactly. Okay, well, the title of our lesson is Show and Tell. We've done our show and tell, but let's see what some of our teachers have to show and tell about.
Today I want to show you my sunglasses. I bought these sunglasses over 10 years ago with my own money. And before that, I had some other sunglasses, but they were very cheap and they broke very quickly. So I finally decided to save my own money and then buy myself a nice pair of sunglasses. And now, 10 plus years later, I still have them. They're still very useful, and these sunglasses definitely help protect my eyes from the sun. And also, I think the shape is very cool, and I like it very much.
I brought with me my bracelet. This always comes with me because it's jewelry, but why it's so special to me is that my grandfather actually made this bracelet, and he gave one to each member in our family. It's just something to kind of remember the family by and always take with us wherever we go. So this is a very, very special piece of jewelry for me, and I just wanted to share that with you.
Today I brought my Bible to share with you. This Bible is really special to me, not just because it's God's Word, but also because of how I received it and how long I've had it. A friend gave it to me in college, and as you can see, there's space on the inside to write notes next to the words. So ever since college, I've written down prayers or things I think about or insights from the Word, and it's really fun to look back through it and see all the things that happened and all that I've been through. I always write the date down so I can remember when it happened too.
Bill, come and stand by me in front of the waterfall so we can take a selfie.
All right, satisfied? Now, let's take a break and eat our lunch.
Here's a good spot. Now, tell me why you don't want me to post these pictures on social media. People should know about beautiful places like this.
I just read an article about how places like this are being ruined. Apparently, it's all because of social media. People use geotags to show exactly where they've been, and then others go there too, and not everyone is careful.
What do you mean?
We didn't wander into the fields of flowers, right? We pretty much stayed on the path up here, even though it was hard to follow.
Of course.
Not everyone does. And they're leaving a lot of litter behind also. I read about a place on the West Coast that was overrun by people. Everyone wanted to get in on taking pictures of themselves in the fields of flowers. The area was almost destroyed.
I didn't consider that. Maybe I won't post many pictures. And I certainly won't share the exact location.
That would be a good idea, I think.
Well, friends, let's end our time together by playing What's That Word?
What's that word?
What's that word?
So what is going on right now? How do we play What's That Word?
Well, we have both written a word from our lesson on our whiteboards. Now, we are going to talk about that word, but not say the word, and see if the other person can figure out what that word is.
And that word is just any word from the dictionary, right?
No, Gabe, it's a word from our lesson, show and tell.
That's good. Okay, that's good to keep in mind, friends. Can our friends keep their magazines open to try to guess the word?
Absolutely. Please keep your magazines open
Okay.
and play with us.
Okay, do you want to go first? Ladies first? Or?
Oh, I can go first. Yes.
Okay, Andrea.
Now, this is something that you do not want to leave at a beautiful or picturesque place. Well, actually, you don't want to leave this anywhere.
Instagram.
No, it's
No,
not.
take your Instagram.
No, okay.
It's not Instagram.
Not Instagram. No, good guess though. It might be, a water bottle or some garbage that you have after eating lunch.
Oh.
It might be.
Apparently, it's not the word apparently. It's something else.
It is.
Yes.
Something else.
It's a kind of trash.
It's a kind of trash.
And garbage.
Yes.
Litter.
Litter. Yes, Gabe. You got it.
Don't
Litter.
leave your litter around, okay? Don't leave any litter behind. Okay, Andrea.
Yes.
This is nice to do when you're just out in nature and you're just going from one place to the next, but you don't really have any one particular direction. Sometimes it's just nice to do this. You're looking over at the trees over here.
Meander.
Meander does not appear in our lesson, but it's a similar word.
Similar to meander.
Close
just
to
kind
meander.
of slowly walk along or wander.
Starts with W. Did you want?
Is it wander?
Wander it is. Very nice job. Friends, did you guess our words before we did? I'm sure you did. Wander, sorry about that. Wander and litter. All right, maybe you could play that game as well. What's that word? Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll see you next time for a completely different lesson right here on
Studio Classroom.